from the heart of Delta State. You are tuned in to SRTV Asaba.
All right, very good morning to you guys all. My name is Daddy Chris and I am here again. Ooh, it's hot and very, very hot in my studio. I don't know. London is now coming down soon, so a lot of things are wrong. My head is boiling. I hope I don't pour that on people, innocent people who bother to watch my show today. But this is State of the Nation. For those of you that don't know, my name is Daddy Chris, and I'm reaching you from London. That is all you need to know for now. And what do I do on this show? This is a place where I don't do regular broadcast. I try to. Sometimes I see myself as John the Baptist. You know what John the Baptist is? He was announcing the coming of an era. Sometimes I see myself as an educator, somebody that tried to educate, really an educator, passing on some messages that I research and pass it on to you, which gives us an opportunity to interact. You might agree, disagree, but that gives us that platform to talk to one another. Like I always define television as a place where people talk to each other about themselves. And I have a central mission. And somebody asked me, until I come to realize and be able to put it in one word, that I am looking for a Nigeria that will be exactly or greater than the G8 current nation. And when I say that, people think I'm crazy. They think, what is this one talking about? You've not been able to lead Africa in any way. You were talking of G7. Yes, we can't be G7. And today's show, I'm going to try and navigate that journey. So today's topic, I titled it, it's a very ambitious one. All right. But because I wrote a book already, which I call The State as a Creator, and it's gonna come, it's almost ready. I was gonna talk about the pyramid, or how we're gonna use the Tower of Babel to navigate our journey to this success. I only believe in two things. Let me just say it, and I may not talk much about it today. I believe in the Tower of Babel, that coming together to get things done. And I also believe in the power of the AI, which is the modern tools that can catapult things differently. And in today's show, I will not be able, because there's not a lot of time to go into all that. So I'm going to spend more time on some of the possibilities that we have. And I'm going to be thorough as I look at that. But the topic for today is really how my book, which I'm going to bring back, you're going to see it a lot, The State as a Creator, my vision, or what I talked about on how the state as a creator can propel Nigeria a G8 nation by the year 2045. Sound ambitious, but don't forget, before you begin to doubt yourself, yesterday on Saturday, I was talking about now anything you believe, you can achieve. It's biblical. It is the word of God. I believe it. But more than that, today, I'm going to talk you through how some nations were able to challenge the structure and succeeded. This one, they didn't go fighting. See, the good thing about the world today is, now, I like the word I heard this morning, very good, as I was watching a documentary. It's called World Capitalism. What I like about it is it's not a time of gun battle anymore. It's not an issue of gunpowder. That time is actually gone. This is a time to have an economic war. And when you go on an economic war, which is what the whole world is all about, every day we are in economic war with one another. That is how survivors survive. You're taking from the pot. It's gonna be easy. It's hot. We're taking from there. And that is exactly what it is. And it's going to take few people to be able to survive in that cycle. Unfortunately, that is the new world we found ourselves. So I'm going to play with the current capitalism If you ask me, I'm not a capitalist. I hate every element of it. And in the coming days, I'll be talking about how maybe I will be throwing more light on why my personal distaste for capitalism. It is not born out of any good thing. It was out of the greed of very few people. Now we are where we are. But that's not to say everything is wrong. Like I said, if the Tower of Babel, if anything capitalism has done for us, it has brought together what we're doing in pieces into one fold. And I'm going to show that as I go into the topic of today, with the way people were doing cuttings, how we were using cuttings to make clothes like this before, and what has evolved to today. So and I'm going to bring that. I wrote an article this morning, very early this morning, as I look at from the handmade, which is the consumer-based production cycle, down to factory, and now we are in the AI world. It's a wonderful evolution, and I'll probably take some time to look at that as well. But let us not even bother with that yet, because we are in a political time, and I felt I should spend more time first to take a look at what happened in Osun State. It's quite a very dynamic, and it's still very, very dynamic. It's still happening, and I find it really interesting that the whole Nigeria yesterday was supporting Adeleke. Maybe we love, not you, sir. We love your younger brother. Davido is cool. No, it's not just a musician. That boy is humble to the core, and we love him. If you see that among all the artists, the popular artists, I think Davido, on a personal affection, have more of us than every single one of them. No disrespect to you guys. The boy is just typical Yoruba boy that have some respect. You don't see that with Whiskey. One is really arrogant. I like him too, because and sometimes I think I can understand all of them, But Davido sound more appealing, and anytime you see Davido doing things, we tend to fall for him, and that is one of those things that influence that elections. And I find it really interesting but I know this is an old picture, but it's good to see this, that President Tinubu was among the first person to congratulate him and say congratulations. And I want you Nigerians to take a look at this carefully. Now, the question is, Adeleke, the 90% of people supporting you yesterday, they were very angry that the first person you want to congratulate, or you want to say you're holding on to, is Tinubu, because Peter Obi supported you. Atiku was among those that congratulated you. And I'm sure the president also congratulated you. So at this point in time, wisdom might just say, okay, I respect the democracy that we have in the country today. But I don't think you really need to go that far to say I'm endorsing President Tinubu for the second time. I think that should be reconsidered. But you have your wisdom behind it. And I know that my brother tells me a story, and I think this is very important. No, I was telling you about human right. The man was laughing. Chief Makinde. He said that, Chris, if you are driving on your own lane with that, I don't think that they were driving on one Camry. Yeah. So now we're driving on this beautiful Camry. We are on our lane. This is our lane, so this is our right here. If all of a sudden you see a big trailer coming this way on the same direction, facing us, what are you going to do? You're going to stay on the lane and wait for the trailer? No, the wisdom today, you will get out of the way for the big trailer to pass. It doesn't make you stupid. It's survival. So maybe Adeleke is saying that we want Mr. President on a survival basis. I'm very sure if many people say what they feel inside, the world will explode. So like the Hausa will say, if you can pretend, then you can be good. I always say to my women, if you can pretend, madam, please pretend a little, because it's good for women to pretend. If women don't pretend, the world is going to scatter. If they tell you what they really think about you, because women can bear things. Even when they don't want you, they still open leg. Women are very, very, not that they will accept it. That's why when they strike you at the end, they don't look back. Anyway, we're not looking at women today. But today, it's a very good, I think it's a good place to start where we're going. In fact, Nigerians are now saying there will be a free and fair election come 2027. You see, my people, Tinubu knew that if he started the battle now, it might be difficult. Though they tried to win the election, the voice of the people were a little bit too much. Tinubu now said, okay, all right, you know what I'll do? I'm still going to have the state anyway. Let's sacrifice our man. So they sacrificed the APC man. APC man, don't worry, Tinubu will give you minister. So it's the same thing. No, Tinubu have a way of doing things. He's going to give you minister. I must have given that guy a call and say, listen, let's allow a delegate to go. And we're still going to win the state anyway. So because delegate will work for us, I know what to do. Otherwise, Adeleke will not have peace. So Adeleke will not be on a good day. He has allocation coming from the federal government. A lot of things has happened in the past. Some of their money was seized of recent. If he dares Tinubu now, all those money will not be coming. He will be investigated. I'm sure he can go to prison. And let me say one thing. The law is so easy to wrap you in. If you want to get this guy in prison now, very easy. Very easy. Because everybody breaks the law every day. That's something I say. We all break the law every day. Now, who? My friend, Dr. Charles, will say, he said, nobody, when they go shook hand for yash, when they go smell. Let me repeat that. Nobody, when they go shook hand for yash, when they go smell. That place, na so smell there. So that's how it is. So if they want to get Adeleke, they can. And I think Adeleke is out of wisdom trying to survive. But in any case, it's a good step in the right direction for Nigerian democracy. Democracy in what sense? I'm going to conclude that one quickly so that I go to why I'm here today. Good for Nigerian democracy that, okay, they could bow to pressure. That if we stand up, come 2027, we are contributing 10% to the progress. But the real progress came from Davido. Davido is known worldwide now. It's not one of those people you can throw in the bin anymore. If you maltreat Davido, probably Donald Trump might now notice Tinubu quickly because we want Donald Trump to come and deal with this man. You know, that may drag him too quick. So Tinubu didn't want that war. So Adeleke, you didn't win because of you. Davido won the election for you. That is my take. And if we're going to win the next election, we're going to be like Davido. We're going to develop that skin, that something that we may want somebody like Donald Trump to look at what is happening to us. Otherwise, Tinubu is going to win the election and you guys can do nothing. Let me repeat. Between Atiku and between Peter Obi, you guys can do nothing. Tinubu is going to win that election and he's going to be coronated as the next president and you guys will be there. You can go to court. Like I showed you the other time, the man has the states. He has in fact, he has captured all the states. He captured INEC. He has the money to buy the votes. He has, what do you have? He has the police. He has the judges. How can you fight a man like Tinubu right now? You'll be making a big mistake. The only man that can fight Tinubu is Donald Trump. If you want an election, you better listen to my advice. If nothing happened before then, I'm saying Tinubu, yeah, congratulations. You are the president of Nigeria. I'm even going to vote because it's a waste of my time. I'm sorry, man, but that's the truth. You can't fight Tinubu as it is. The man has captured Nigeria. He has total control. Like even can you imagine? I've never seen before. I mean, they do it in secret. I've never seen when the whole Senate will be saying, on your mandate we shall stand. The Senate president will be the one to raise the song. I've never seen it because these are the body meant to checkmate the president. Look at now, they bought houses for our judges. What do you expect? Listen, we are not the most corrupt country. You will see me talking later. But this level of captures is so barbaric that you can't move forward. We're all good at playing politics right now, which is all we know. But we are not good in country development. And I will try to dissuade myself Okay. I am sure. I'm sure you guys can hear me now. That's my internet. I don't know what is going on in London at the moment. For information, I'm now in a very uncomfortable place, and I'm using the mobile phone data. Sometimes it doesn't have the strength. I won't say the network, so they won't say I'm demarketing them. But I will let them know today that if it continues again, I'm going to name them useless. Anyway, I don't know what if I can continue this